Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began season 5 of The Save. We are still with Man City, so the only real target for this season is to try and win the Champions League. We began our campaign in the last episode with 2 games against Milan and Napoli, both at home. We ended up winning both of those games and managing to do so without Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland, so hopefully that's a good sign going forward. We've got a couple of big games in the Champions League in this episode. We've got Benfica coming up and Atletico Madrid as well. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We're now at the beginning of November, the big Champions League game away at Atletico. But since the end of the last episode, we've continued that great run of form on. First up, we beat West Ham 3-2 with a 93rd minute penalty from Erling Haaland. We then followed that up with a couple of 4-1 victories, firstly at home against Newcastle, then away against Liverpool, and then we went away to Anderlecht and continued our 100% record in the Champions League with a 5-1 victory. We then had Brighton twice in a couple of days. We beat them 2-0 at home in the League, and then we drew 1-1 away in the Carabao Cup. It went to penalties and we were able to hold on. And then in the most recent league game, we've hammered Leicester 6-1 with a hat-trick from Erling Haaland. So as far as the league's concerned, we are top of the table. We're a point clear of Man United, who are the only unbeaten team in the league. And things are going pretty well as far as the league's concerned. But now our attention turns to the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid. We do have a couple of issues, mainly a right back in that Rico Lewis is definitely out, and Jan Couto picked up an injury against Anderlecht and isn't anywhere near fully fit either. But hopefully we should still have enough, especially now that we've got Bernardo Silva back, now that we've got Erling Haaland back. We should hopefully have enough to pick up 3 points against a team that, with them being 32nd in the league phase so far, they appear to have struggled so far this season. So this is the side we've picked for the Atletico Madrid game. We have some issues at the back, as we said. So Rico Lewis is injured. Jan Couto is not fit enough for a fitness test, so Akanji's playing right back. We do have some fitness concerns about Ruben Diaz and Alphonso Davies as well. But we do have Bernardo Silva back, Erling Haaland back. So we've got a pretty strong team going forward, and hopefully we can score enough goals to win the game. So they've got a very defensive team that we're going to need to struggle to break down. Some early bookings in this game. Akanji with a throw to Musiala. Low crossing, looking for Haaland. It's been cleared. Ruben Diaz strides forward with it. Finds Akanji. Into Musiala. Bernardo Silva to Gvardiol. Wide to Alphonso Davies. Drives to the byline. Tries to drive across in low. We've managed to pick up their clearance again, though. Akanji to Gvardiol. Rodri goes back to Donnarumma. Ruben Diaz now striding forward with it. Into Bernardo Silva. Into Erling Haaland in the box. And there we are, 1-0, pending a VAR check. We've done lovely keeping the ball there, moving the ball around, picking up the loose ball once they've cleared it. Ruben Diaz brings it forward, finds Silva, who takes a touch and lays it on a plate for Erling Haaland to beat Oblak. Slides the ball in, well-timed run, takes a touch to get it out in front of him, and then just passes it into the back of the net. Corner for them from Koke. Into the near post, it's headed up in the air. Shot blocked. It comes back to Govea, who goes all the way back to Molina. Govea again, he loses out. And then we've gone long down the field. No one's going to get the end of that. And they're going to tidy that up pretty comfortably. They've gone long. Alphonso Davies, though, picks it off. Goes back in field to Gvardiol coming forward from left back. Still going into the box on his right foot and just can't keep it down. Right, a free kick for them on the edge of the box here. It's one of those ones in Football Manager that almost certainly is going to end up in the top corner. Koke stepping up to take it. Lifts it over the wall, but over the bar as well. Right, Xavi Simons with a free kick into the box for us. Still up in the air. They've headed it clear, but Bernardo Silva picks it up. Finds Alphonso Davies. Back to Rodri. Ruben Diaz now. Gvardiol. Wide on the right to Kanji and loads of space. Back to Ruben Diaz. Musiala turns, drives into the box and forces the keeper to turn it over for a corner. Bernardo Silva to take it. It's going to be an outswinger on the left foot to the near post. It's up in the air. Davies gets his head on it but can't direct it goalwards. Right, they've gone wide with a goal kick to the left. It's kind of beaten the press. Now Nelson into the box. Back to Ronaldo and straight into the arms of Donnarumma. And he then rolls it out to Ruben Diaz. Akanji. Ruben Diaz again. Across to Gvardiol. Into Bernardo Silva. Haaland then plays it on for Xavi Simons, making the run forwards. Got to the edge of the box, but just couldn't get the shot on target. And there we are, half-time, 1-0 up. We probably could have taken more advantage of the chances we created, but a decent first half. Hopefully we can maintain that in the second half. Right, so we made a couple of changes at half-time. Alphonso Davies was knackered, so Gvardiol's gone to left-back. Rodri's dropped into the back four, and Curtis Jones has come into the base of the midfield, and Trincão's come on for Xavi Simons, who was knackered as well. A free kick for them in our half, right out on the touchline. Koke to take it. Drifts it into the box. Trincão missed a header. They've hit the post, and we've somehow scrambled it clear. Right, Oblak goes wide to the full back. Koke into Samu. Rodri cuts it out. Donnarumma gives the ball away and luckily redeems himself with the save. Koke to take the corner. Into the box. We've got a head on it. Musiala clears it again. Right, Foden wide to Trincão. It looks for Musiala, but ball goes loose. Llorente bringing it forward. Esteban to Gouveia. And that's 1-1. And that's really been coming the way this second half's gone so far. We gave the ball away in a stupid position on the edge of their area, and they've just counter-attacked, and we just didn't get players back. A decent finish in the end, but just not good enough from us. Right, we've got a very tired team, so we brought some fresh legs on and moved some players about a bit. Right, Trincão with a free kick, lifts it into the box. Gvardiol gets his head on it. Rodri gets a head on it as well. And that's us back in front. So Trincão chips it towards the far post. Gvardiol making a run away from goal. Gets his head on it. Rodri pokes a header past Oblak, and that's 2-1. Right, Trincão with another free kick. This time he goes for goal, and it ripples the top of the net as it goes over. Right, Bob driving into the box, squares it. Haaland from close range, makes it 3-1, secures the 3 points for what's been a bit of a shaky second half performance. So Curtis Jones with a throw, then Bob just drives into the box, gets the byline, squares it. Haaland gets there. Was never going to miss from there. That's 3-1. Right, a late corner for them, deep in injury time. They've got a head on it. De Cesare with the header makes it 3-2, but surely they don't have enough time to get an equaliser here. It was a problem we had last season, conceding late goals as well, so hopefully it's not a sign of things to come this season. But we've managed to hold on full time, 3-2, makes it 4 wins from 4 in the league phase of the Champions League. It's time for another trip in the Champions League, this time away to Benfica. We have played 2 games since the Atletico Madrid game. Firstly, a disappointing draw at home against Southampton, just really weren't at the races in that game. And then a game that caused more of a concern, a 5-4 victory away at Aston Villa. The fact that we gave up so many chances and so many goals and required an 86th minute penalty from Erling Haaland to see us secure the 3 points isn't looking that great. But as far as the league's concerned, it's actually looking a lot better. We were 1 point clear of Man United when we last looked at the table. We're 4 points clear at the top now. Clear of Tottenham, with Man United in third now. Things are going pretty well. We're scoring goals, but we're also conceding quite a lot of goals as well. So we need to maybe tighten things up at the back. We have had some fitness issues in the defence as well, but hopefully those are behind us, or largely behind us. And now we travel to Benfica, looking to make it 5 wins from 5 in the league phase of the Champions League. So this is the side we've picked for the trip to Lisbon to take on Benfica, and it's far from our strongest lineup. Rico Lewis is coming back from injury. He's only fit enough to play 45 minutes. Jan Koto probably can only play 45 minutes as well, so they're probably going to share a half. Gvardiol was in need of a rest, so Akanji's playing centre half. And Haaland is coming back from injury as well, so he picked up a knock. So Musiala's going to play through the middle. Nunes and Bob in the 2 in centre midfield, with Silva and Simons behind Musiala. And hopefully we've got enough to get another 3 points. So they're going with a 4-4-2, and they've actually been able to keep a hold of some of the young talent as well, so it's not going to be an easy game. Right, a free kick for them. Went short, and now they're bringing it forward. We've let them go a long way with the ball there, and luckily we've got a block on that shot to send it behind for a corner. In-swinger on the left foot from Peronet. In fact, he goes to the edge of the area, shoulder up from the edge of the area, give Edison no chance, and we have started this game pretty abysmally so far. Just pulls it back to the edge of the area, takes a touch, hammers it into the far corner, and that's us 1-0 down. Right, another corner for them. Neto to take again. Sheldrop's free on the edge of the area again. This time it's nodded in by Cody Gakpo at the back post. And I don't think I've seen that yet in this form of Football Manager. 2 goals from corners to the edge of the box in quick succession as well. And they're on the attack again. João Neves wide, Neto to the fullback pushing on. And that was nearly an own goal. Oh my God. We are struggling here. Edison comes and claims the corner. Right, Xavi Simons with a free kick to the back post. Kanji got his head on it. It's still alive. Bob to Akanji. And the goal line technology says no goal. Another corner for them. This time lifted towards the back post. We've got a head on it. And Davies has won the ball. Now he's bringing the ball clear. And we're getting players forward in numbers, but he's overrun it. And it's going to come back at us. Neres I mean, he was offside, but how easy it is for them to break us down. Right, we made 3 changes at half-time. We've swapped the full-backs, Rico Lewis and Gvardiol coming on for Couto and Davies, and we've brought Haaland on for Oscar Bob. Xavi Simons with a free kick, and it flicks the net on its way over. They've gone long with the goal kick. Ruben Diaz heads it down for Musiala. Rico Lewis coming down the right-hand side now. Goes back to Matheus Nunes, who loses it on the edge of the area, and now they're going to break again. But Ruben Diaz gets back to win it. And Nunes gives it away again. We are not at the races at all in this game. We've won it back in midfield and gone back to Edison. Akanji into Matheus Nunes, onto Haaland, and there's Musiala breaking clear and fires it past the keeper to make it 2-1. So Akanji plays it into Matheus Nunes, first time ball onto Haaland, takes a touch, which draws the defender out, and Musiala's in behind and beats Trubin to make it 2-1. Perfectly judged run as well. The other centre-half didn't step up, and then Musiala beat the keeper. Right, a throw in for them deep in our half. We've let him run far too far with that, and luckily his shot was never on target. Into the last couple of minutes, and we're still losing 2-1 here. And there we go, full time, just not good enough. 100% record in the Champions League comes to an end, but we've still got 12 points out after 5 games, so things aren't looking too bad. We just now need to make sure we finish in that top 8, make sure that we miss the knockout playoff round and go straight into the round of 16. And there we have it, the end of another episode. And despite that defeat against Benfica, things are still looking pretty decent. We're top of the league table. We're in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. And in terms of the competition that's the most important this season, the Champions League, we're second in the league phase. Yeah, we've played a game more than quite a lot of the teams, but 12 points from 5 games stands us in a pretty decent stead of finishing in the top 8 and missing the knockout playoff round. Join us in the next episode for the conclusion of the league phase of the Champions League, where we've got a trip to Leverkusen and a couple of home games against Strasbourg and Nice. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.